Hello everybody, welcome back to Strategic Command World War One. I'm Paradox Gamer playing. Thank you for joining me here. So last episode, France attacked Belgium, which was quite a surprise for me. But when I come to think about it, it's actually quite clever, because what it does, it opens up a much larger front line between us. Before, my front line would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes. Now we can add another 4 hexes to that, maybe 5. So I need more German units over here to defend. And plus the British have joined, so they will also be sending troops over here. I don't have any hopes of defending Belgium, because they only have 3 detachment and 1 army corps, so that's simply not enough to withstand the French and British. And I'm not going to send any units in there. Now, so I think this, if this is intended by the developers, I think it's quite clever. However, it would be even more clever if the French would then attack the Netherlands as well, because I get a lot of points from the Netherlands, and that would open up an even larger front line. So, of course, it's more easily defended, but that would be the natural way to go now that they have attacked Belgium anyway. I'm not sure how that inflicts the US entering the war. I would assume they wouldn't like France to attack Belgium, but it's not really that important right now. What is important right now is to get a coherent front line going over here, which we don't have. I have some weak units that needs to just get out of the way, like this one. And we might have to give up Luxembourg. We could try to defend it, but it will be attacked from several sides. I think pulling back to a line like this will probably be better. Plus Luxembourg is not an objective, so losing it is not really that big of a problem like, say, Metz would be. Now, Metz would come under heavy stress because the front line now has 3 enemy hexes around Metz. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's get this guy out as well. Get these guys. Oh, we can't. So you have to go in there, and he will go there. Okay, and then we need this headquarter to move out of the way. Get the bombers out of the way. Get the headquarter to Koblenz. Move these guys in. Get these guys back. And then close the gap up here. So right now we have a front line, but just barely. We have 3 weaker units in the back. Here, here, and here. So we need to get more units over here. I think I need this headquarter a bit closer as well. Just to get the supply up. Supply is pretty high though. I don't think it's going to get much better than that. So I basically need to get these guys back over here, and probably also the headquarter. And railing them will cost 18 each. I simply have to do this. There's no way around it. Yeah, so let's get one there. One there. One there. And one down here maybe. Something like that. The headquarter has just arrived, so that will move that next turn. And that's basically it for the for the western front. We can just get this one back to 10. We only have 1 shell. Let's try and save up some more shells. Of course, this will affect the morale when they retake Luxembourg, but okay, whatever. So, in the east, my plan is this. Looks like the Russians are defending Warsaw heavily. So let's make a giant kettle where I move from the north here down this way towards Siedlec, this way down here, and from the south up towards Lublin, and then try to connect it up somehow in the middle. That will create a giant kettle around Warsaw and will yeah, strike the a powerful blow to the Russians, because we're gonna need to take out the Russians as quickly as possible now that we have that extra long front line to deal with in the west. Right, so how do we do this? We need to get through the Tannenberg forest somehow, and the supply will come from Allenstein here. So we need to push back the Russians a little bit here. So let's take a shot here first, and move these guys forward and take them out. And do we want to take advantage of the headquarters being there? I don't think so. We need the cavalry for the deep penetration. We have 2 cavalry units here. Let's see, how far down can we go? Eventually I want the headquarters in Allenstein. The supply in Allenstein needs to come up as well, so we'll take a little while for that to happen. So let's get the headquarters over there, and then we have these 3 units. I guess he can go to Allenstein and then move out from there next turn. And then we have the infantry coming there and there. I want to save the cavalry in a way that we need them in reserve, so that when we actually have a breakthrough here, we can send them through. So I think I'm just gonna leave them here, getting some morale and readiness backup. I think that's quite okay. Now in the center here, we need to get rid of these 2 units here. There's only a detachment in Kutno, so I have a feeling we could take that out, and that would leave the other one here out of supply. So let's just take some shots here. And then grab Kutno. There we go. So this guy will be completely out of supply. I don't even have to attack him now, although I might as well, I guess. I lose 1 point of strength. No, I didn't even lose anything. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let's just finish him off. And then move up. Alright, so I think we need to push these guys back a little bit. They're a bit hurt. Now, who did not fire? This guy did not. So I need the cavalry somewhere else. Preferably down here somewhere. And then move these guys up. If we can take them out with this one, I will. Yes, let's do that. Maybe we can move these guys up. Yes. No need to take that shot. So this cavalry we need to get back to full strength. Let's see, these guys haven't taken a shot. No, we're not going to attack that head on. We can move up here and then move in there. And then move these guys closer. Like that, and get the headquarters close a little bit as well. Okay. This one did already take a shot. Okay. So that pretty much leaves it. These guys are gonna continue pushing through here down to Sedlitz. north of Warsaw, east of Warsaw. And then we will start to, let's see if we can advance a little bit on Lublin here from the south. The units look pretty good except for this cavalry here that was hit last time. We can move that out of the way. Why don't we take the weak link here? No, we're not gonna cause that much trouble to them. Let's see, they are readiness 61, morale 56. This is the weakest unit they have though. Perhaps we should start moving this guy north. Does not seem to be any attack coming in from this side. And we really need this guy also. Hang on, there's a headquarter right there in Limburg. Why don't we go up and simply take it out? Oh, I can't. I can't even do any damage to this headquarter. Wow. That's amazing. What about this guy here? No. Okay, well this guy comes back. Move the cavalry up here. We'll dig in. And let's start moving this guy up here. Yeah, this is really bad. The Austrians are not really up to the task. We need some Germans over here, the cavalry, and some of the infantry units to push in this way. And then the Austrians can help out. If we can just get to Lublin, maybe 1 hex north of that, that would suffice. Alright, so down here. The advice from some of the comments is to not use any points on diplomacy. I usually don't do that either. This is a special case. I want Bulgaria to come in as soon as possible into the fight, and I think spending a few points on that is worth it for me. And there's only 1 chit left, so I'm gonna just put the last chit in there as well. So that's the last 50 points I will spend on that. There we go. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We want to go to Kragujevac, and then from there we can get to Niš. So that is a priority target for me here. They're pretty well dug in though. And my units could use... I don't think we have enough points to 3, 4 to actually cause any trouble. They're currently only entrenched at level 1. I think the better choice here is to get everybody back to full strength and then do the attack next turn instead. We're not quite ready for it here. We could see what kind of damage we can do down here. That's 2, that's 3, that's 5. With a little bit of luck we could take this unit out. That might be worth it. Let's try that. That was a good shot. Now I need to be sure about this. I don't think this guy can do that much damage, but we might as well try. He can just go over here and take a shot. That did cause him to come back 1 hex, which means I cannot get there now. So that was not a good move. Right, that pretty much settles it then. We're gonna move these guys forward and then replenish all of these guys. Ready for the attack next turn here. It does look pretty solid though here. Let's see, we still have 93 points left. How much does it cost to get this one back to full? That's all, that's 69. We got the points now, so let's use them. I think that's pretty much it. Did we forget anything down here? I don't think so. We can get this headquarter back to full strength. 37 points. This one as well. Anything else needing points? This one maybe, yep. And what about the guys in Arabia down here? Do they... I don't think they need it, because as long as they just stay put right there, that should be okay. So we have 159. We could do some research for the Turks. Maybe infantry warfare for 100 points. Yeah, let's do that. So still got 261 for Germany, and I'm inclined to start producing units now. I'm not sure we actually have enough. Let's see what we have in production. Yeah, we got the 2 artillery pieces coming out early March 15 and then January 16. That's quite a while for that artillery. How much does that cost? 300. We don't have that. A regular core will cost me 135. We don't have anything in production right now. It takes 3 turns to get them, so I think we need to get some of those. Do I need 1 or 2 though? I think we'll just, if we just make 1 every turn. Why are these with stars? What's the deal with the stars? Oh, they're cheaper. It's 225 down here. These are only 135. Why don't we just produce them then? So that's 1 of those, and then we can do some research maybe. Let's see what we have. Infantry warfare level 3. It's probably what we're gonna go with here. Okay, now that that should be the turn. Let's see how quickly the French can deal with the Belgians. So let's do this. Fun Speed defeats the Royal Navy at the Battle of Coronel. Alright. The Ottoman Empire prepares for war, so we have them in the next turn. The Allied naval units blockade imports. Yep, we know that one. Fear of German raiders upsets trade from the British Empire. And British and Japanese forces capture Tsingtao in China. Von Lettow-Vorbeck defeats the British in German East Africa. We got some breakthrough in airship development. Right, so now we're not spending any points on the other stuff, so we get a decent amount this turn. That's pretty good. I still get the, we can see here Netherlands is 65 points. I don't want to lose that. But if the Allies attack them, I will lose them. So that's definitely the way they should go. The Anzac set sails for Europe, and the UK sends naval units to deal with Von Spee. Yeah, the French takes Luxembourg, which is expected. Liège will also fall. And the rest of Belgium, of course. Okay, let's see the Russians here. They seem to be moving away from the south. Moving further north. into the Warsaw soon-to-be pocket. Digging some trenches there. Okay, so a lot of stuff going on. We should start seeing some British units soon in the west. Not much I can do about that right now. The Russians are fighting back. Since these guys are in a frontline location, I might as well start digging in, actually. I was not thinking about that. And Liège has been blasted already. Nice to see the Russians taking losses there in the south. Attack on Mulhausen. Not happening. Attack north of Metz. Liège is taken, and then we have the attacks on the Belgians in the north. They will easily be crushed. Okay, we have some really weak units, Russian units down in the south. I think that might be to our advantage. And Russians are shifting positions in the northern sector. The headquarters are moving around as well. They're far out of position there anyway. The one in Lemberg should really go as well. I don't know why it's there. I guess this headquarters should move a bit north as well to be on the railway. Still a lot of movement. Which is out of sight, obviously, so we can't really see what's going on, but something is going on. And this game is usually pretty fast in calculating stuff. There's just so much to do. It just takes a little while. That should be a small morale hit for the loss of Luxembourg. And now the Ottoman army mobilizes. Let's see what we get here. Another headquarter. Some cavalry. Some infantry. Ottoman forces mobilized throughout the Middle East as well, including Baghdad. And one more headquarter arrives. This is what we have, the 3 headquarters to play with. If I need to take Basra, I will need another one. Okay. Indian troops seize Basra. That's nothing I can do about that. They do that right away. Typhus epidemic among the Ottoman forces in the Caucasus. Some losses straight off the bat. And the blockades. Russian trade can no longer pass through the Dardanelles. The Battle of Kokos, HMAS Sydney sinks the Emden. And Sheikh ul Islam proclaims a jihad against the Entente. Ottoman Finance Minister Mehmet Kavit Bey resigns in protest against the war. And King George V announces that the British will protect Muslim pilgrimage routes. A lot of good information there. Let's see what happens in the start of our turn. So, our agents in Morocco believe that the tribes of the Rif are ready to rise against the French. This could be an excellent opportunity to create trouble for the French in Africa. But representatives of the tribes have requested arms, ammunition and money, and they are unlikely to act without them. Would you spend 50 points to equip the tribes? No. I have no interest in Morocco whatsoever. There is a British tanker called the Glindweer, that was interned at Danzig at the start of the war, and could be converted into a seaplane carrier. This will cost us 100 points at 50 points a turn for 2 turns, and will be completed in December 14. Would you like to authorize the conversion of this tanker into a seaplane carrier? Seaplane carriers are not really that interesting in World War One. They're pretty useless, actually. So I think I'm gonna go with a no here. Save those points for something else. War Minister. Thousands of Georgian Muslims have crossed the border from the Russian territory to offer their services in the coming conflict. We could form them into a detachment to help us take back the provinces we lost to Russia in the war of 1877 to 78. Forming this Georgian volunteer detachment will cost us 50 points. Would you like to authorize its formation? We do need some more detachments for the partisan areas, so I think we will spend 50 on that, yes. They will arrive there. So we have a submarine and a battle cruiser arriving. We can put them here, that's fine. And that's it. So we'll probably see the complete destruction of Belgium in the next turn. I will try to solidify my positions here in the west and continue my plan to engulf the Russians near Warsaw in a giant kettle battle, and of course move towards Niš and try to get Bulgaria in. They are currently at, let's see, 64 still. And let's see what we can do with the Ottomans also. That will be in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you around. Bye-bye.